God.
All right.
It's recording.
So it's recording, man. Yeah, man. So this is a trial and error thing here. You know, different setup going on. So we're gonna go in, Lord willing, touch on certain. You got prophecies kicking off like popcorn, right? Current events, right, and certain things we're gonna get into, Lord willing, to edify the sheep out there. So before we start, we're gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem Rakakodash, elders that taught us this truth. Salute to all the sincere elect out there, and I want to say keep pushing, right? Because we're in that year of agents, sellouts, and it's agents, sellouts, and apostates. Yeah. So we're just gonna let the Spirit do what the Spirit do. Well, whatever you're holding, I hope you can hear us all right. Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, man. Bring out what you got. Bring out Habakkuk. Yeah.
Habakkuk.
No.
Matthew 11.
Yeah, start with that one. Bible Shah.
Okay, this is Matthew 11:25. At that time, Yahushua HaMashiach answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth.
Yeah, and this is Yahushua. This is in red letters. Yeah. You're putting up on the screen for them to see.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah. So
okay, what was the precept again?
Matthew 11.
Matthew 11:25.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Come on. You can read it again, Bible.
Yeah, start again. Quote it. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, carry on doing what you're doing. Yeah, you're on point.
Matthew 11, verse 25.
Yeah.
At that time, Yahushua HaMashiach answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and has revealed them unto babes.
And the babes are our elders and apostles and their elders that taught them on down, right? Which were the results of being taught by our elders and our apostles and the big brothers and the bishops, and we can be included in that too. So we are thankful, you know, that he revealed this truth to us, you know. This is a beautiful thing because a lot of, you know, we call them educated people with letters to their names. You got lords, you got bishops. They just introduced a new woman bishop, you know, which is prophecy, right? It shows that the unclean frog is exactly what the unclean frog is. It's an unclean frog, and they go and they have a hatred for the truth, a hatred for God, for the Most High, and that's what which is the Christian church. You know, the likes of Vocab, people like him, you know, and the scriptures hasn't been revealed to them. Which the only way that they can get a look in, we was talking before, you know, we started. The only way that they can get a look in is to look over the wall and, you know, say nasty things like scoff and hateful things, because that's what happens to people when they're locked out of the temple, which Esau is locked out of the temple. So read that again, the same one.
Matthew 11:25.
Yeah.
At that time, Yahushua HaMashiach answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and has revealed them unto babes.
Yeah, and once again, because the wisdom of this world is what people believe is their salvation. You know, getting letters, getting OBEs, getting in the entertainment world, getting nominated for, you know, you've been nominated for the greatest actor, actress, singer, writer, right? That's what they believe, that's what they aspire to. So we are thankful that the Most High revealed it to us, and if we endure to the end, there's a lot more to come, which we're going to get into. So
God, this is
Lord willing, you can see everything all right. You know, once again, this is trial and error, that you can see all the scriptures coming up on the screen, and so you can be able to follow on along with us.
God, linking to a harsh precept in Matthew 11:25. This is 1 Corinthians 1 and verse 27. It says, but the Most High hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and the Most High hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
Yeah, go on.
Cool. So yeah, as it said the Most High has chosen the foolish things of the world, because really, we're perceived as fools because of what we believe and how we operate as well. Because people of the world, they think this doesn't make sense if you don't have this, but really we operate on faith. It's not always this evidence-based type of thinking that we operate on, because really the only evidence we need is that of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that we have faith in. So that's seen as foolishness to the world. But remember, what the scriptures say about that. It says the Most High has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, the so-called wise ones, the intelligent ones, of the world in their own fields. But really all of that, the Most High would then surprise them, saying, no, you thought you knew what would happen, but no, you didn't know what would happen.
Yeah.
Especially if you ain't got the understanding of the scriptures, you're fools in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yeah.
It says, and the Most High has chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. That's why, the physical appearance of man doesn't matter. It's about the spirit that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has chosen, to be a minister, in this truth.
Yeah.
So that's the point right there.
And as so-called black people, which they put us in that same category, which we know we're not, but we're not in that category as black people or ninjas, but they put us in that category. They look down upon us. And I remember once, well, not once, more than a couple of times, I had some, you might say, nice little dialogues with my mum's pastor back in the day. We were talking some things, Christianity, that was all off. Certain things we learned that was off. When, I'll be talking to him and he said, well, I went to the college and, to get I've got my, what they call that thing there. The pastors have the vicar thing, right? The collar, the collars. And in order to get that collar, sometimes you may have seen priests and whatever, priests and the Catholic Church priest with the collars around in it. They have to go and get letters for that, a certificate for that. So they believe that they've made it. My mother's pastor. And what's the likes of that Volcom Milan? What does he call himself again? People like Volcom Milan, the Christian
apologists.
Yeah, the apologists. Yeah. So while we was setting this up, we saw there's always new things coming up. Let's just touch a little bit on that because it kind of made me want to bring it out.
What the Sarah Malali?
There's a new they call it a breakthrough. Right, read it. Just read what it says. If you pull it up on the screen for them to see.
Come on, I'm just seeing it right now.
All right.
Let's see the BBC News one. Hold on.
It's kind of on point, the subject what we're talking about.
All right, let's see this.
And we don't got to go too much into it, but just show them for them to see, because it's in line with the devil revealing his horns, the beast revealing his horns.
Come on, it says it in a BBC News article. It says, I will speak out on misogyny. First female Archbishop of Canterbury says. And it says it, the first, and this was uploaded 28th January 2026, which is very recent. It says the first woman to lead the Church of England has said she is committed to speaking out about misogyny where she sees it. Dame Sarah Malali, Mullally, has been officially confirmed as the 106th Archbishop of Canterbury in a ceremony rich with centuries-old tradition at St. Paul's Cathedral.
Yep. All right, pull it down. We don't got to spend too much time on it. We just wanted to make the point to back up our point. Unless you got anything to say, but I will say this, right? A lot of them nuns. She probably was a nun. She's probably, I'll say the word, alphabet woman or a butcher. That's what they say in America. They call them butchers. You know what I mean? Like woman. What the scriptures say about that, anyway. And she was nominated probably because she was a very good butcher. And I remember in the 50s, early 50s, not that long ago, they had when they had the Native Indians in Canada. There's a lot of these people, by the way. Reverends and in the Catholic Church. And I keep mentioning he keeps coming to my mind. Kevin Annett, who was once a priest in the Catholic Church, he'd be exposing a lot of these people, what goes on. And all the misogyny. She says she's going to speak against misogyny, right? Because she's probably going to speak against, but it's even more of an abomination anyway. Because
there's a precept.
A lot of them women, nuns, they're the most wicked. They done a whole heap of wickedness to the Native American Indians in the in the residential schools.
God.
They be foul, but they be hiding it behind that
Yeah, yes.
that collar. One of them, one interview I watched it. Right, this was a little while back before I was in the truth, and he the young at that time he was a young either Gaddite or Reubenite, and he explained he used to see young 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds get kicked down the stairs, get kicked down the stairs. They'll have them, they'll put them to the top of the stairs, and a nun would be on the top of the stairs. Right, you can pull it up. Probably even there's something called the ninth circle. Yeah. Right, something that was it Gary Glitter was in, Jimmy Savile was in. Right,
the ninth circle of hell.
The ninth circle, where there was a whole heap of abuse. Right, when you get into it, we're not going to of children. It's called the ninth circle, and we spoke about it a little while ago, where certain people come out and they got an axe to grind. They be doing their speeches in central London in Piccadilly Circus. A lot of them that was abused in the Catholic Church. They're now, late 50s, early 60s, and they're speaking out. The atrocities. Kevin Annett was a spokesman for these people. But anyway, the point is, a lot of these women, they're the most wickedest, man. Yeah. Women nuns, the most wickedest. And I once again, I was talking to my pastor, and he said, "You haven't got letters, in so many words. You haven't got letters. In other words, who are you?" But a lot of you are wicked, man. And my mum used to tell me, my mum saw some things and I said, "So why you keep going back there?"
Yeah.
You understand? Why you keep going back there?
That's a good point. Yeah.
They like to pocket your money. They're always asking for extra money for this, for that, what they call it, tithes, but they want on top of it, out of context. You say you had something?
I got a precept. This is 1 Timothy 2 and verse 12. It says, I start from verse 11. It says, 2 Timothy 2 and 11, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
Beautiful.
I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence.
Yep.
And of course, considering, she's this woman, Sarah Mullally, she's the new Archbishop of Canterbury, relating to the Church of England. She's not supposed to be in that type of position. Now, of course, it's a vanity as well, because we know they serve idols. They refer to, they call on the name Jesus Christ, which again, that's the reason why it's a vanity as well. But nevertheless of that, any form of authority, a woman is not supposed to be in that type of position. Why? Because the scriptures say so. And of course, the scriptures are the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So I'll read it again from verse 11. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 11 to 12. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. So all these women thinking of their empowerment. She's saying that she wanted to speak on, the so-called misogyny, which really is just defense of women. That's really what she's coming at here.
So-called equal opportunities, they call it. No, go on. Finish.
She just wants to be over the patriarchy, which patriarchy is really the natural way that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has ordained. For the man to be above the woman, and of course for the Yahushua to be above the church, and of course Yahweh is above Yahushua, and that's the order. Yahweh, Yahushua, and of course the men, the Israelite man, then the Israelite woman, and then the children after that. Yeah.
All right. So get Revelation 16. We're going to touch on this, and 13.
Yeah.
She represents symbolism, and it's something else that she also represents. When you get into it, you read it, yeah? You got it on there, innit?
Yeah, so this is Revelation 16, from verse 13. It says, and I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon.
Yep, and those 3 unclean spirits, it's going to actually break it down. Later, carry on.
And out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet.
Yep.
It says,
the beast is the wicked today, the revived Romans. Yep. The dragon is the ancient Romans, right, which empowers the beast. Yeah.
It says, for they are spirit of devils, working miracles which go forth.
No, go back to
13.
Yeah, and read that again.
So Revelation 16 and 13
That's all we want. That's the only one we want to read.
And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet.
Yeah, so that's who they are. They're the false prophets. The 3 unclean frogs. You got in the central banking over here in England, the Bank of England. You got the Vatican over there in Spain or Rome, and then you got in America. You got the Pentagon, right, which represents the Pentagon over there in the White House, near the White House. Where's the White House again?
I think it's Washington
Yeah,
DC.
Washington DC.
That's Washington DC. That's one of the 3rd unclean frogs, which the Pentagon represents the military. So you got this here woman here. She represents one of those, which is the false prophets, which is the Vatican over there in Spain or Rome. So it's all symbolism. That's all it is, and they're pushing that. As a matter of fact, that was read the one after, because it leads us into read the verse of 14 of Revelation 16.
Yeah. So this is Revelation 16 and 14. For they are spirits of devils working miracles.
Yeah, what are the miracles? We're going to get into, Lord willing, we're going to get into that if there's time. And once again, we're trying this out, and then we may do it more. Obviously, we're going to change things up, but it's all part of pushing out this truth, the techie side of things, to get used to everything, so that we could be versatile in it. But for they are spirits of devils working miracles. That's their technology. I think we spoke about that a little bit last week. Yeah. But it's all up in our faces. We can't not be locked in, because now we're hearing about the Iranians and the US. Yeah, they're at a standoff. What they call it? Yeah, they're a standoff. In the game of chess, you might call it a standoff. Who's going to make that move? Yeah, and the devil is contemplating. Slowly but surely, the devil. You're gonna make the move. You're gonna make that move. The actual WW3 is on the horizon. Yeah. We're not there yet. We know we got Revelation 13. That's gonna take place first. Cool. Yeah, read a little bit of that while we're there. As a matter of fact, finish the scripture and then read, and then read a little bit of the article.
All right. This is Revelation 16, verse 14. It says, "For they are spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to battle of that great day of the Most High Almighty."
And we're in that stage now, and Lord willing, we can bring it up as well. But there's a scripture on mine. You can hold it. Joel 3:3, but just hold it and let's look at the article. A little bit of this article, because
I can Joel 3:3 for you.
Those of us that are locked in, which that's we're at that time. I tell you what, get Habakkuk and read Habakkuk, and then we get that. Yeah, Habakkuk. Let's read chapters 3 straight to the point, and 4, and then we read the one out 4 after.
Habakkuk 2, yeah?
Yeah.
Habakkuk 2 or 3?
Habakkuk chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
Yeah, and read from verses 3.
Gotcha. Habakkuk 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Yeah.
But at that end it shall speak and not lie.
Yeah. Yeah, carry on.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
Right. So we just have to just hold our peace. Right. They're at a standstill. Right. We just heard the mayor of Minneapolis. Always fucking butcher that. Always butcher it. Yeah. Minnesota. I think that's the town inside there, is it?
It is.
I can pronounce that one. But yeah,
it's a bit of a tongue twister.
But they're at a standstill. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to see that, right? Because that's the Egyptians going up against the Egyptians. Yeah. So it says Jacob. So that's his name, Jacob Frey, right? And they're at a standstill. Lord, we can get into that as well. ordered federal authorities to work on eventual crackdown plan for immigration agents in Minnesota. Yep. So he's really he's supposed to be juiced in, but he's not. He's up, man.
Yeah.
So, once again, it's what you call a standoff. So almost like a checkmate. Not quite, but it's yeah, he's not allowing it. He's not standing for what's going on. They had they had a woman that was killed. What was her name? Renee Good. And then they had another guy who was supposed to be a doctor. Which anyway, nobody don't get deleted innocently. But that was Saturday gone. Yeah. And it's mainly what's getting taken out, which is a beautiful thing. That's Deuteronomy 30:7. It's Edomites.
Yeah. Yeah.
They started off with, if you remember, I remember my brother reminded me over there, the head of Chicago camp. He was talking about late last year, could have been mid last year, when they was getting Jakes, particularly the Northern Tribe, putting him on ships, cargo planes, and handcuffing them, and then they found a whole heap of bodies that just kept getting swept up at the shores of America, certain shores of America. So they ain't playing. So, but in Minnesota, they're saying they want to target cities, certain cities, the smaller cities, so that they it's easier. Because obviously we know who the targets are. We know who the targets are. So yeah, read 3 and 4 again.
All right. Habakkuk 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Yeah.
But at the end it shall speak.
The video we did a little while ago was Jacob trouble his hair.
Yeah.
Lamb backing off our elder, what our elder Tahar said, and a lot of other big brothers are saying, which we're all going to be in agreement because we're locked in.
Yeah, it was 3 and 3.
It's exactly what you're saying. Carry on reading there, where you was, Ahab.
Yeah. Let me start again. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Right. So it's here. It's here. It's a waiting game, as our elder Gabar usually says. It's a waiting game. And yeah, we don't mind, because as we've done this before. The elect, the hopeful elect in our previous lives, we've done this before. And and the Most High going to show his power. He's going to show forth. Yeah, that's what
you wanted verse 4? You wanted verse 4?
Will he be able to read it on the NLT?
I could read it in the NLT.
Right? Yeah, all right then. So let him finish, and then you read it in the NLT. Carry on with what you're doing.
Verse 4 now.
Yeah, go on.
Verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith, by his faith.
All right then. Yeah, read that. Say that again. Read it again.
Habakkuk 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
All right. Let me up. Yeah, go on. Slack it.
But the just shall live by his faith.
Yeah, we're just getting used to the tech. So bear with us, Akim. It's all right. And we wanna do it. We wanna overcome this, because we once again. Now let me ask you a question, Ahab. Put it up for him on the NLT, and I want him to, because we all have to try and get used to it. Let him read it on the NLT. I'm gonna ask you to read it in the NLT. Can you see it? Yeah, Ahab.
Yeah, I can get in the NLT. Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Hold on. Verse 3.
Yeah, read verses 3. Just 3 though.
Come on. Let's get that then. Ahab, is it clear?
Oh no, I could bring it up here. I can't see it there.
Oh,
I can read it here. I can read it here.
All right, we wait for you.
Okay.
In the NLT.
Habakkuk 2. Which verse do you want me to go to again?
Yeah. Read just 3.
Just 3. This vision, right? This is the NLT, New Living Translation. Verse 3. This vision is for a future time. It describes the end, and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow, in coming, wait patiently,
Yeah.
for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed.
Right. Same thing. You know what I mean? Same thing. Read 4. Read 4 as well now.
Verse 4. Look at the proud.
Yeah.
They trust in themselves, and their lives are crooked.
Yeah.
But the righteous will live by their faithfulness to the Lord Yahweh Shem Yoshai.
Yeah. Well said. Yeah. And that's how the scripture. Sometimes you read the KJV, but then you read the NLT and it breaks it down for you. So he says, look at the proud, they trust in themselves. So Jake be saying that you're feeling yourself there a little bit. They be feeling themselves, man. Trump himself. That's why he has the confidence or the arrogance to reveal and to come out with that statement. Now let's get into. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get into the article, and then I'll ask you to read something after, innit?
Yeah.
Remember what it was asking to read after?
Joel 3 and 3.
Oh yeah. Look
the article.
Yeah, read the article first. Let's look at the article first.
Right,
We
so
don't have to get too deep on it, but it just basically backs up prophecy.
So this is from BBC News. Trump warns Iran time is running out for the nuclear deal as U.S. military builds up in Gulf. It says here Donald Trump has warned Iran that time is running out to negotiate a deal on its nuclear program following the steady buildup of U.S. military forces in the Gulf. So it says the U.S. president said a massive armada was moving quickly with great power, enthusiasm, and purpose set towards Iran, referring to a large U.S. naval fleet. In response, Iran's foreign minister, Abbas Araghchi, said the country's armed forces were ready with their fingers on the trigger to immediately and powerfully respond to any aggression by land or sea.
Right.
It says Iran insists its nuclear program is entirely peaceful. Iran insists its nuclear program is entirely peaceful and have repeatedly denied accusations by the US and its allies that it is seeking to develop nuclear weapons.
Right. Lies, because that's Iran, yeah?
Yeah, that's Iran.
Yeah, so we know that they're backed by Russia and they have a business relationship. So they know that they're starting to pack a little bit, which goes into let the weak say I'm strong. But I asked to hold that, but let's get into
Joel 3.
that's the point we want. We get Joel 3 after this, but let's get Daniel's chapters
7.
Daniel's chapter 7.
Where you want me to start from?
Yeah. And let's get into a little bit of this. We don't want to spend too much time on it, but let's jump to the point. As a matter of fact, read from the top first and then get to
Okay.
bullet
Okay,
point.
you tell me where to jump down, yeah?
Yeah.
Daniel 7, verse 1. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and visions of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of these matters.
Yeah.
Verse 2.
That's it.
Okay.
So Belshazzar was the one that was taken down by Darius, right, which was the Mede.
Oh, Darius the Mede.
Yeah, the Mede, yeah. And he was the last king that ruled in Babylon before the Medo-Persian Empire. So just to give you some context on that, some historical context, this Daniel breaking down the dream to Nebuchadnezzar. Jump down to, now it brings us up into a bit of modern prophecy. If you jump down to 20.
Right. Verse 20, Daniel 7, verse 20. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell.
The 10 horns represent you got the Europeans, the EU, right? Today, which we know that they're fragmented, which goes into Daniel chapters 2, around 35. That's the feet of the image,
Yeah.
Right. So that's the EU. They're fragmented. That's the oil. I say oil and water don't mix. Clay and iron, right? Don't mix very similarly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the 10 horns. Carry on.
And before whom 3 fell.
Yeah. The three that fell was the French, the British, and the Spanish. Which the French was the king at that time, or the head of the empire at that time was Napoleon. Yeah. And carry on. The 3 that fell, is Spain, was Isabella and Ferdinand, and England as well was one of the 3 that fell. Carry on.
Even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things.
Yeah. Carry on.
Whose look was more stout than his fellows.
Yeah. And we know that it's talking about America. It's talking about that fell, that the little horn is that is more stout than his fellow is America. Right? This is what we're seeing here. He's stout. As a matter of fact, let's look up the word stout.
The word is stout.
For those that may not know.
Stout than his fellows.
Strong's H 7229. Rav.
Says a great and captain, chief.
All right, look,
Just means great.
All right. So look at the strong definition.
It says captain, chief, great, lord, master.
Yeah.
Stout.
Yeah. So he's lording it over. Let me just say it like that. He's lording it over all the other nations. Right. So he's more stout than his fellow. That's the so-called little horn, right? Which is his eyes are everywhere. That goes also into his technology. He doesn't keep at home. That also goes into the embassies, and that's what also we touched on it. I don't think we did. We can do though. Go back to Habakkuk and read. Now read 5. The embassies that he doesn't keep at home. But read the scripture to back up the point.
All right. This is
Habakkuk 2 verse 5.
All right. Yeah, you got it. You got it, Ahab. You got it.
Do you want me to stay in the NLT or go back in the KJV?
Yeah, stay in the NLT.
Okay. Verse 5, Habakkuk 2 verse 5, and it says, wealth is treacherous, and the arrogant are never at rest. They open their mouths as wide as the grave, and like death.
Yeah, carry on.
They are never satisfied.
Yeah.
In their greed, they have gathered up many nations and swallowed many people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, then read it now. In this case, better in the KJV. Read the same one again in the KJV.
All right, I have to go back into come out of that now.
All right. I tell you what, don't worry about it. Just it's on the screen. You read it.
This is Habakkuk 2 verse 5 in the KJV. It says, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
And we know what the wine represents. For those that don't know, is the philosophies.
Yeah,
so it's just the same way as you drink wine, you drink too much of it, you start getting clouds your mind. You don't know whether you're coming or you're going.
Right.
You get drunk. That's what happened. This is what's happening with Trump. He's more started than his brother.
Yeah.
Nero 47. I've been hearing that. So it's the same thing. Yeah. Read it again.
So it says Habakkuk 2 and verse 5, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
He goes off. He's gone off on his own philosophies. He's feeling himself just a bit too much. And we're still at the early stages yet, because he hasn't popped off. There's a standstill. There's a standoff. There's a lot of propaganda, and propaganda is what's building the momentum.
Yeah.
The fighting talk. Yeah.
It says he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell. And
what did they say about he wanted to go to Greenland? He said, if you come peacefully, Greenland now, where he enlarges his desires. If you come peacefully, put up your hand, wave the white flag, is in so many words, it's propaganda. Then we won't take it aggressively. We won't take it by force.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of attitude, you know, the scriptures be breaking it down perfectly. Yeah.
Says, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death.
Hell, there's another word for hell, bottomless pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And I think and I think it did break it down nicely when it said in 5, the wealth is treacherous and the arrogance are never at rest. They open their mouth as wide as the grave, right? The bottomless pit, right? It's a bottomless pit, man.
Yeah.
Saying that.
I've got a precept there to back that up.
Yeah, we're gonna get your precept after. Carry on with this.
It says, he enlarges his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied.
Yeah.
But gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people.
He's as death because everywhere he goes, he leaves a trail. A trail of death. A trail of destruction. What is he?
Yeah.
In the it's gonna come to me. The Planet of the Apes, 1968.
Yeah.
You know, be careful of him. You know, in so many words, he is the harbinger of death. So he a trail of destruction wherever he goes.
Yeah.
What? Bring out what you got, Bring out what you got.
Proverbs 6.
I'm getting used. You probably know me. No, I'm more of a. I'm getting used to looking at the computer, and there's no eye contact with me and Ahab. But I'm looking at the computer, but I can hear you clear, loud and clear.
Yeah.
So bring out what you got, Ahab.
Proverbs 6 and 16.
All right.
These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him.
Yeah.
Here we go now. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood,
Yeah.
and heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift to run to mischief.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, that's it. That describes him there. It's self-explanatory, but it describes him. And in the church, we wouldn't have known. No, it's just a people. It's just humanity. It's the wicked humanity. But it's describing who we know. It's describing is the Edomites, right? Which go back to the seed of Esau, which are the white man today. And if you could receive it, it also goes back to Cain. He rose up and slew his brother Abel. So he's been a bloodshedder from the beginning. The scriptures say that. And he's a harbinger of death, and he's a fugitive that is going to eventually be bound up. And let's get into some of the prophecy now. Revelation. Anybody? Yeah, you can put it up on the screen. Revelation chapter 6. We're gonna get 4.
Verse 4.
You can read it, Baba Sure.
Right, this is Revelation 6, and starting from verse 4, it says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon.
And when we was younger, the devil that was described to us as the red devil with horns. But it's kind of close. But he's definitely is talking about the red horse, which he he's red. His color is red.
Right.
Yeah. There you go.
It says in Revelation 6 and 4, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And
that's exactly what he's doing. He's perfect in his assignment. He's carrying out his assignment. He's on point with his assignment. He's in order. That's the word I was looking for, because the Most High gave him power to take peace from the earth, and he's got the power. He's yielding it, and he does say it there as well, doesn't it?
It says to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Right. When you go back to Genesis 25, it talks about the sword, which the modern day sword is what today?
The gun.
And there's other things now, which surpasses the gun. We spoke a little bit, was it last week about, or it might be the week before, about the sonic wave.
Oh, sonic weapon.
Sonic weapon, the sound energy, direct energy weapons, which is just
yes.
Which now they've got pocket-sized ones. For those I had one as well, but my which I used it, but I was advised to be careful with it. And even if you got one, a microwave, when you use it, just don't go too close. I've heard some things about that. Just to throw that out there, because all it is radiation.
Yeah.
And it's intensified radiation. in a box. But yeah, they've got that. They're bewildering that. They're bewildering it. And when you get into it, they've actually tried to shoot down so-called aliens, which we know.
Oh, the chariots.
We know it's the angels of the Lord. They've actually tried to use it, which they call it energy. They call it Olden when it's actually made to shoot down UFOs or aliens. It used to be up there years ago when all I was doing when I was coming home from the church, Jehovah's Witness, I was coming home. I just had this fascination with the documentaries on a lot of them. They took them down now. Yeah. Obviously, it was people were getting a bit too wise. Too much information was coming out, and the most important thing there was linking it to who they really were. Which was the prophets was telling us who they really were. Because I remember the banners or the banners, what they called, not banners, the placards, they call them placards. When I'll be looking at the placards, when I'll be seeing the elder going in, this was like around 2011. And I'll be watching them, and that's where I made the elders and the young men holding up the chariot posters, and that's where I made the connection. And I realized why I was so fascinated with so-called aliens. There was a fascination because in my spirit. Say it, go on, say it.
The so-called aliens are really our brothers, man.
Yeah.
They're the angels of whom are above. The only difference is, we're in chains of darkness, and they're not in chains of darkness.
Right.
Each one, we're doing the service of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua here, and they're doing the service of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua up there in the spirit realm, really, aka the fourth dimension. Esau intends to use these so-called lasers, to attack these chariots supposedly. But the Most High is just keeping the fight interesting. Of course, we know who's gonna win. The right hand side, the Yahushua. Well, of course, just to make Esau pumped up, proud, thinking that okay, he's actually got a chance, but he has no chance. Nevertheless, we're talking about centuries old technology, which really is way more than that compared to Esau's technology, which was just done within a few decades, or maybe I should even say more than a millennium, because the millennium is about 1,000 years, and then a century is about 100. Let me just do it quickly. So century, how many years? I believe
a century is I think a century is 100.
Yeah, it says here. It says 100 is for a century. Then a millennium, that's 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Hold on. How many years is a millennium? Because the chariots, they've existed long before Esau even came into existence. Yeah, so a millennium is 1,000 years. So really, we're talking about technology way older than Esau before he came to the scene. And he thinks that he actually has a chance, but he doesn't have a chance. All these high energy laser weapons, there's going to be no point. It's a losing battle, but the Most High
and the Most High actually gave them the weapons in the first place.
Calm.
So he's got them in a full sense of security.
Yeah, got a quick precept as well.
Yeah. This
is Genesis 27 and verse 39, which links to Revelation 6 and verse 4, which we read, in terms of his great sword.
You're back. Ratazar, I can't see you on Oreo.
Yeah. Can you hear us though?
That's better. That's better. I get back again. Get
Yes.
back.
Could you hear us before though?
No, I couldn't.
You couldn't hear us
Oh,
before.
you couldn't hear us,
No, I couldn't.
Oh,
but you could
damn.
see us though.
I couldn't see you.
You couldn't see us or hear us.
No.
Oh,
All right,
damn.
it's all right.
We'll read it again.
It's all right.
We'll read it again.
Yeah, all right. We do it again then.
Right. So this is Genesis on Revelation 6 and 4. Based on a great sword that Esau had, this is his blessing. So this is Genesis 27, starting from verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. But the point really is in verse 39, where it says he's going to be blessed with the fatness of the earth. You know, again, he's called the prince of the power of the air, which was the precept I was going to get in Ephesians 2 and 2.
Yeah.
It says in Ephesians 2 and 2, wherein in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air. That's a title for Esau, in reference to him.
Yes,
Spirit that now
because he controls those things. They're under his influence. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
The prince of the power of the air, especially where it's got all these fighter jets as well. So it says the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience, and the children of disobedience are referring to Esau, Edom, vessels unto dishonor.
All right, so let's get to back that up. Since you said that, we've got it's kind of slightly different direction, but it's all right because it's still prophecy. Ezekiel 28, and we'll get into some of that because yes, if you are the prince and the power of the air, you definitely have some influence.
Yeah.
So anybody could read Ezekiel from 28. Read from the top.
All right, so Ezekiel 28 verse 1 says, the word of the Lord Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord.
The prince of Tyrus, was a prominent reigner or king then, right? And what represents him today? Once upon a time, Egypt was a power. When one of the brothers said, they are now the Hamites. And if you ask them now, the Hamites, the dark people, there's another word though, Egyptians, right? If you ask them now, you know that you was ruling at once upon a time. You had the so-called black people in slavery. They don't even know.
No.
But there was a ruler. There was what they call it, a world power. So same today. You had world powers which came and gone, just like we had the ancient Romans, the Babylonians, the ancient Babylonians, the ancient Grecians, the Medes and the Persians, and the ancient Romans. There was a power. Obviously, now we know they've been revived now, but that's the Romans. But those powers, they came today, they're gone tomorrow, right? Just like the ancient Egyptians. So same with Tyrus, but they represent the modern day Edomites today, as a position of power that they be holding. So carry on.
God says, thus saith the Lord, the Most High, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a power.
There you go.
I sit in
He said it out of his own mouth. Scripture say, don't let yourself compliment you. Let someone else compliment you. But as we're gathering, he can't resist it. He slowly but surely revealing his horn. You can't keep in one place. You can't sit down and keep quiet. He just can't do it.
Nope.
As a matter of fact, this scripture is going to explain it.
God, it says, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a power. I sit in the seat of the Most High, in the midst of the seas. Yet thou art a man, and not power. Though thou set thine heart.
What verse are you now?
Verse 2.
All right. This is the reply. This is what the Most High is saying, because he thinks he's so bold. It's like a child telling his mother, dictating to his parents. I want this. I want it now. If you've ever heard that before, I want it and I want it now. So he's got that attitude. Yeah, a typical spoiled child. Yeah.
Though thou set thine heart as the heart of the power of power.
Yeah.
It says, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel.
Yeah.
There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
Yeah.
With thy wisdom and thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches.
Yeah.
And hast gotten gold and silver.
He's gold everything. You know, another word for that is taking everything, taking it and just abuse the people. There are Native American Indians, which are the indigenous people. To even Canada, because sometimes, you know, we know about the Americas, but there's other lands as well, Canada, and there's, I said it, I keep saying it, but it's true. There's a lot of skeletons in Canada, what they call them, unmarked graves in Canada around those Catholic churches, around those residential schools, boarding schools, right? Them people that are living there, the so-called Americans, the Edomites today, the modern day Americans, the Europeans, right? Which they've taken everywhere and claimed it as their own. They're everybody, right? The ancient, they're everybody. But anyway, yeah, read that again so I can get my trailer full.
Right. So Ezekiel 28 and verse 4. Yeah, verse 4, it says, with thy wisdom and with thine understanding thou hast gotten thee riches,
that's it,
and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures.
Yeah.
By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic.
Yeah, and there's all different types of trafficking, organ trafficking, children trafficking, you know what I mean? It's true, right? Because who had a big part in the trafficking was, his name is in my mind, Jimmy Savile. And he had the key to the morgue with the places that are underneath the hospitals. There's a name for it.
I think it's morgue.
It's morgues, isn't it? I think, because he was, there's a word for it, necrophilia, if I'm saying it.
Right.
He was doing things with the bodies in the morgues. Without getting too graphic, doing things with the bodies in the morgue. So this man is insane.
Wow.
He's gotten everything. Bring out your precept, and then we're going to get back to Ezekiel 28.
Micah 2, verse 1-2. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning.
Salaki, what was the precept again?
Micah 2, verse 1.
Yeah, we want to pull it up on the screen, yeah?
Oh, okay.
All right.
So Micah 2 and what?
2, verse 1-2.
All right, thousand.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, bring out. Yeah, we're waiting.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Yeah.
When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand.
Yeah.
And to add what you said earlier, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
Yeah. I mean, self-explanatory, you know what I mean?
Self-explanatory, you're right.
Whatever they've got, right, when you get into Europe, as a matter of fact, since you brought that out, let's get, we could have finished with, I tell you what, let's read one more precept of Ezekiel 28. Because it goes into, it breaks down, he's actually been anointed for his position. So let's jump down to read 9 of Ezekiel 28.
Ezekiel 28 and verse 9. Wilt thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am power, I am the Most High, but thou shalt be a man and no power in the hand of him that slayeth thee.
Yeah.
I was going to continue that. That's what.
Yeah, that's it. You know, he's saying he's sticking up his two fingers. He's standing up to the Most High himself. And what comes to mind is you don't got to get it is he's a fool. Doesn't matter. As we opened up, what's been revealed to the babes has been hidden from the wise and intellectual. So prominent people of this world, which could be the Catholics, the Christians, the head of the Christian church, all the frogs, educated people. The wisdom of this world is stupidness. So he's a leader of them. He's setting that example how to be. The spirit of the world, the spirit of rebellion is in the air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's his spirit. When
Yeah.
you get into the word Satan, it means opposer. And he actually opposes the Most High himself. So yeah, read 10 as well.
God, this is Ezekiel 20:10. Thou shalt die the deaths of the uncircumcised by the hand of strangers, for I have spoken it, saith the Lord, Yahweh the Most High.
Yeah, he's going to be humiliated when he gets his up and coming. His humble pie. He's going to get humiliated for the world to see, and it's going to be televised.
God.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you say have you got a precept you was holding, Ahab?
No, I haven't, brother.
All right, then let's get Jeremiah 50. We're gonna look in let's not forget Joel 3:3, but it's gonna lead us nicely into it. Jeremiah 50, and we want verse 9.
Go on. Jeremiah 50 and verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken.
And it's happening now, right? With what's happening, he's making threatening gestures, propaganda to Iran, which appears small and a walkover. Iran to him, to the US on paper. We spoke about the dark horse last week, but on paper, Iran is a walkover. No problem to the US on paper. Carry on.
It says, Babylon, an assembly of great nations from the north country. They shall set themselves in array against. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain.
So the Most High setting the assembly of the great nations from the north country. And to back up that, let's get Ezekiel. North country is Russia. And to get into that, a little bit of that, Ezekiel 28, and it kind of breaks down that precept as well. Ezekiel 38, rather. And let's read from the top. We catch it from the top.
This is Ezekiel 38 and verse 1. It says, and the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog.
Who's that? That's the Russians today. Carry on.
The chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against it. And say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I'll bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers.
A great company, right? And it's going to go into it, who the great company is. What verse are you at the moment?
Verse 4.
It's going to tell us in the next verse. Carry on.
So it says, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya, with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Carry on. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company.
So the Most High is against Russia. The Most High is set against Russia, right? Magog, rather, set against the US, and Magog represents Russia. Right? And he's talking about Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, with them, all of them, with shield and helmets and buckler. When you prepare, when you dress up like that, what are you ready for? Huge. It's all. They're taking their position in a race, 1600 meters or whatever, any kind of race, 100 meters, and your marks get set. This is what's happening now, and he's asking for it because he is as God. Ezekiel 28, we looked at that.
Yep.
And who can really challenge me? Not even God himself.
Right. Nothing can touch him.
That's his attitude. So he's going to lead everybody to war, right? So it speaks about Russia, right, which represents Gog, which represents Russia, Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, which is Gomer. Libya, Gomer represents Turkey. Ogma, North Quarters, which is basically all Turkey. So they're getting ready, and the devil is asking for it. There's a beautiful saying: "Be careful, because what is he doing? He's picking on the Iranians. I can handle him." But that leads us nicely into Joel 3:3. We're going to close on that, but if anybody, unless anybody's got any precepts that they want to bring out, we're going to start winding down.
This is Joel 3, and starting from verse 3, it says, "And they have cast lots."
Yeah. Read from the top.
Yeah. This is Joel 3 and verse 1. "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat."
Yeah.
Yehoshaphat.
That's that standoff, right? Yehoshaphat, where he's gonna plead. As a matter of fact, read from the top again.
Joel 3 and 1. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations. I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat."
Yep.
Yehoshaphat, and will plead with them.
Which is when you get into the word Yashaphat, it's judgment.
Judgment.
One of the first words that I learned, it was the curses. Shalak, wa bajum, wa mashapajum, on the wicked. Judgment. And he's going to so-called plead with them there, which we know that's just, there's no debate, there's no getting out of it. The most I don't have to plead with anybody, as we done say already. It's just they're there to be judged, jury, and execution.
Yeah.
Because in courts, what they're saying about in courts now, they're going to take away the jury, which we've always had a jury in amongst us as a people, the Israelites. But the Most High don't need no jury, but he has angels. He uses them to send them out as hitmen. They don't, and when they come back, there's job done. He doesn't miss, but he even charges his angels with folly. But they're his vessels. They're his right hand side, just like his left hand side. So it means judgment. Yehoshaphat means judgment, right? So he's going to bring judgment upon the wicked. Carry on.
It says, "I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land."
Yeah.
Says, and
so that's us. He's pleading for us. Don't get it twisted. When you put up your prayers, don't underestimate the hopeful elect we're talking about here, and we're the hopeful elect when you get into it. And we're prisoners of hope. So don't, as we've been always reminded, put up your prayers. You leave your yard, you put up your prayer, you give thanks when you come home in one piece. They're fighting for us. We fight for the Most High. In how we fight for the Most High is continuing with the assignments that he's given us, just like what they did in the times of Egypt. Moses fought for the Most High, and Joshua and Caleb fought for the Most High. The way they fought for the Most High was taking heed to the council to get up out of Egypt. And the Most High, he showed forth, he fought for them. Going through the Red Sea or the Gulf River of Suez, he protected them. And the ultimate blow was dealing with the enemy, the Egyptian enemy, military, and Pharaoh himself, the head of the military. Most High showed forth. He said it. He said, "Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord." We believe that.
Right.
For us, some people said on Saturday, he be fighting for you. You're totally oblivious to what's going on. You just come out the grocery, there was some kind of trap set for you. Let me just say it like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A trap set for you of if let's get him to try and lose his cool. I've got a testimony, but maybe for another time. But I kept under control. You know, because they've been watching you. People be watching us.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get him to rattle his cage. But the Most High's got us in the tube station when you were going. You know, that was a good one. In the tube station, right? Actually, when it's funny that the captain he said that when you go in the tube station, sometimes the train can stop underneath in the tube. You know what happened to me the following day? I forgot to say it. It happened twice. The next day.
Or the tube driver.
The tube driver stopped, but I don't know what reason it was. But anyway, I haven't got what they call it, claustrophobia. But it's a good thing I knew in my mind. I remembered that. I just kept it cool. I just said, said what I needed to say. The prayer in the Hebrew. Just looked into my phone, kept it cool, and I let the Most High. I was fighting for him the day before, and I said to myself, "Let him fight for me now, Lord." The faith. Got me out of it, and I was on time as well. It wasn't even late. The Wada Yahweh. So we fight for God, and you can fight for him. See it as a fight too, because we were made. If we are of the Alahayim, which we believe we are, the angels, we never hold no punches. Most I put a certain spirit in us, and whatever you're. I say like let me take my time with this and say it the right way. Whatever your forte is. You're excelling in that. Let me say it like that.
Yeah.
And don't underestimate what the Most High has given you, the ability that it's given you, and that includes every single last one of us. And it's
right.
And we say Yahushua is going to show forth. He's going to show forth as well by the we don't have to get it. Ezekiel 25. By the hands of my people Israel, we're prisoners of hope. Are you going to bring that one out?
No, it's just, you talk about, every man and their fault.
Yeah, so brothers excel in what we excel in, what the Most High put our spirits in us to excel in. You got the tech man them, you know what I mean? You got the warriors them, which, like I say again, every single one of us are warriors in our own right. And Most High in that time, we're gonna turn it up. I think, was it last week we were talking about it? He's gonna turn us up, turn up the spirits of the abilities that we have.
Lift up a standard.
Yeah, that's the wada. So read 3 again to remind us to get back on track, and then jump down to 10.
This is Joel 3 and verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. This is
jump down to 9 and then 10.
This is Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Yep.
Prepare war, wake up the mighty men.
That's where we are right now. And the mighty men are the angels. You can also put the intercontinental ballistic missiles up in there. They're servants of the Lord. They're described as servants of the Lord. And the angel is going to direct them. As a matter of fact, the Spirit of the Lord is in them. So he's going to do what? Read that again.
Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Yeah.
Prepare war, wake up the mighty men.
Yeah.
Let all the men of war draw near.
Yep, that's what's taking place right now. The stage is set in the cities, in the towns, in the states, over there in the Americas. There's holy infighting taking place, which is the Egyptians going up against the Egyptians. Cool. But that's just leading to the confusion that the Most High wants to take place. He must lift up the host of the battle, and for a kingdom to fall, that's how he does it. He brings in the confusion. When you look into a lot of the history with all of the great empires, was it the Medes and the Persians? They left in their big gated castle. Somebody with the Spirit of the Lord didn't close one of the gates. So the enemy was able to sneak up in there. According to history, and obviously he had he said, look, there's a chink in the armor. So the Most High is creating a chink in the armor. The infighting and confusion is the chink in the armor for empires. You can also put the Assyrian army up in there as well. One angel came and destroyed the time of Hezekiah rather. Hezekiah went and prayed. He said, oh, the Assyrian army are gonna come up against me. What can I do? And he put down, he had a prayer in writing, and he put it to the Most High. Sometimes you can do that too. That's another way of praying. Write it down, put it to the Most High on the altar, and the altar is you make your altar. You understand? We have altars in, you know, and we put up our prayer. You're the altar. Let me say it like that as well. Right, with the way you prostrate yourself to the Lord, turn to the right, and you put up your. And anyway, the point I was making was that Hezekiah, when he knew the king of Assyria was coming up against him, he prayed to the Lord, and the very same night, one angel came and destroyed 175,000 of the military, the Assyrian military. The angel he just dealt with them, and Hezekiah woke up. I'm just visualizing it. He woke up, went out and stretched, or maybe it was peeping through the curtain. What's that? They all of them gone, all tents mash up, fire burn, everything mash up, everybody just broke up. God, I'm just visualizing it. And he just said, do what the hell about Shimon Shai, do what the hell about his, you know, all his family come and just, they had a feast that night, man. In the spirit, I'm just talking in the spirit. They had a feast that night. So that's when that comes to my mind, and also stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. But you fight in what the Most High, what He tells you to do. That's how you fight. You don't have to get over. Which that why their people are out there protesting, and what's going to happen to them? They're going to end up getting lumped up, beat up, and locked up.
God.
Did I say it right?
I mean, different order, but it's still the same thing.
Lumped up, beat up, and locked up.
God.
That's you know, that came to me. Lord,
future lesson.
A future lesson. And we don't do that. I have to strip it. In way of disclaimer, we ain't pushing all of that because it's just confusion, adding flames to the fire, and it's the Most High's will. This is His kingdom. This is Esau.
Right. Yeah.
Kingdom.
Yeah.
And we pray for the kingdom to go down. We pray for that confusion to take place. And as what one brother said, what we do, we do. What we do, we prophesy. And we add into it by prophesying. The vibration is enough.
Cool.
Yeah, man. So read 10. All right, bring out your precept then.
Matthew 24, verse 20 to 22. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. And except those days be shortened, those should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Yeah, self-explanatory. And the Most High speeding up the time for us.
Yeah.
I know you brothers noticed. You know, that's a beautiful thing. He's speeding up the time for us. But we, once again, stand still. We don't have to panic. Oh, let's go to Egypt. I've heard heard about that, you know, in GLCC. And a whole heap of things was happening with GLCC. And people was panicking and trying to jump out the fire. And jumping out the fire, jumping into the frying pan. That don't get you nowhere. Stand. Most High, what do you say? Stand still.
Stand still.
Of the Lord.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bring out the last one.
Right. So this is Joel 3 and verse 10. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears.
The farming tools are horticultural tools. Beating them into that's their weapons. They're weapons of war. As a matter of fact, they're farming weapons, beating into plowshares, making them into war tools.
Yeah, instruments of war.
Yeah, and who's behind it? The Most High is mustering up the host of the battle.
Yeah.
And these elites, aka Trump, Nero 47, he's just a puppet that he's using. His left-hand side puppet that he's using. And so he's in Trump is in order. Yeah.
Now, Joel 3 and verse 10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Yeah, why is that? Because there's someone, the weak, you could put Iranians up in there.
Yeah, they want to get their nuclear missiles.
Described as the weak, but they're really packing, really. I describe them as a dark horse. right? To eat, and it's actually I'm not going to say it. Just carry on. Just going to explain it.
God, it says, "Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
Yeah.
Let the heathen
set the traps. Let the mighty ones to come down. Yeah. The weak set in the traps. Yeah.
Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Yeah.
For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
To be judged. Mashaphat, to be judged. It's a time of judgment. So he's set in the places, and the Most High is the perfect chess player. Yahushua is the perfect chess player. And you can put the angels up in there too. They do his bidding. They set in the stage. They position themselves in order to lure out, which they control the minds of the people. The angels have that ability too. Obviously, they control our minds, giving us on the right hand side, like the precepts we're bringing out, you know, at this moment in time, the videos we've been doing, you know, the angels, you know, we do. I remember someone said to me a little while back, it's always good to say a little prayer before you do your videos, you know, like let the words of my. I remember the prayer was in Psalms. I think it's 14 and 19 or 19 and 14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable to the Lord, thy power. Okay. Words of King David said that. And it's all to edify. So it's the angels. Yeah. Angels be giving us the precepts, hence we give them to the same way our elders and apostles was teaching us. We were in the same spirit, bringing you Lord willing to edify the Akim out there. So the weak say I'm strong. The Russians, are backed by. As a matter of fact, you got something called the BRIC nations, right? The BRIC nations, which are, when you get into it, when you get into the BRIC nations, I'm gonna get into it here. The Alliance Foundation state for Brazil, Russia, India, and China, and formed a informational diplomatic club. So that's the weak saying I'm strong, united, coming together. Yeah, and that's what you have to do when you got someone who is a formidable force. Yeah, the bully. You need backup, and once again, it's the Most High. He mustereth the host of the battle. So that's how one example of how they're saying they're strong. So, yeah, man. So the economy as well is being messed up. The US economy is being messed up, and there's certain, once again, they try to influence, how you say it, cyber attack the Iranians, just to give you an example, and it was countered by the magnetic, what do you call it? The EMP. The EMP. They tried to that's a cyber attack, isn't it? When they tried to shut down their technology or the internet, but it was countered. So yeah, that leads me to believe there's something going on that the Iranians are packing a lot of things, and they keep it secret. But who are they backed by? The Russians. The Russians. That's what said why they're saying what they're saying. As a matter of fact, read the end of it.
All right, so this is Joel 3, starting from verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Yeah, that's the point right there. Go on. And so they're saying they're strong, but it's the Most High. He's playing the game. He's in control of the game, and he's the master chess player. So the weak now are saying they're strong. Yeah, and it's all to do with prophecy, but it's good. The devil's showing his horns slowly but surely, and that's all by design because it's all prophecy when you get into it, and we touched on a little bit on it. But future videos, that's why we don't get involved, because these people on the streets now, they're talking about ICE. The mayor of Minnesota, which is in Minneapolis. Minneapolis. Wow. He's not happy. He's not towing the line. They wanna shut down ICE or be able to come back. They're coming back. They're building up a defense system.
because you got, if you saw it, a lot of the citizens arming themselves. And that guy who got deleted Saturday, they say he was armed, although he wasn't brandishing it. They say that they're using that as an excuse that he was armed. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. But they said he was armed, and that was an excuse to delete him.
Yeah. So
the Most High is mustering up the host of the battle. But wherever way you cut it or slice it, we're on the horizon for the WW3.
Go.
And I've said my part, man. If anybody's brother's got any closing precepts or any final comments.
Yeah, I'll just bring out this one. This is John chapter 10, verse 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. Come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. So that's a reflection of Esau Edom's nature. To steal things, to kill, Jake predominantly, and to destroy things as well, man. And of course, all the actions of these Edomites, Native American Indians, the Latin tribes, and of course, even with Iran as well, and all these other heathen nations, it reflects Esau's actions on being the devil, man. So his horns are really being revealed here. To close out.
Yeah, you can close out, man.
So,
Ahab, we're going to put him up, Bakasha. Yeah, can you see us? Yeah, can you see us?
Yeah, we can see you. Can still see and hear you.
All right, we can see you. So we're going to close up. We're going to close out now. Yeah.
Right.
All right. So Yaris is already found it edifying and exhorting. As we say, call Halalimna, Yahweh, once more, double honors to the great apostles and the elder bishops. Shalom.
Shalom.